Welcome to another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke, and I'm here today at the Link Library in beautiful Frazee with Bonnie Julius, Link Coordinator. Hi, Bonnie.
Good morning. First off, I have to say a thank you to my special friend, Pat Gibson, who took over the office at Neighbor to Neighbor so I could be here.
So you could escape, huh?
Yes, in the snow, just what I wanted to do.
So what is happening at the Link this time of year? I mean, it's the time of year where you think about getting more books to read, cozying up around the fireplace, you know, and your Snuggie and drinking your hot tea and stuff.
Well, yes, that is a good thing to do in the winter. That's what I prefer to do. But speaking of snow and winter and December 9th, we have a special guest coming, and his name is Ron Gamer. He's a retired teacher. He taught 35 years in Robbinsdale, and he now lives in Hanover. He writes what they call youth outdoor adventure stories.
That's something the Scouts need to read.
Any boy, girl, but I got to tell you, I requested it and read it, and I found it to be a one-sitting book. I couldn't put it down. It deals with this young boy, 14-year-old boy named Travis. He lives up north there in Minnesota, and he decides to go on an overnight camping trip at Boundary Waters.
Uh-oh.
You know, it's just, the weather's beautiful, it's early winter. He's going to go in, set up his camp, do a little ice fishing, cook over an open fire. But then,
guess what?
Enter in two big, bad poachers with a big, bad gun.
Uh-oh.
There goes his plans. Well, and then he also gets a new friend while he's out there. And I'm not going to tell you who his friend is. You have to read the book to find out. So, and of course, it's Minnesota. So, yeah, I did mention the really sunshine, nice weather.
For a short period of time.
Yeah, until about the time he wakes up the next morning, he and his injured friend. But Ron Gamer this is the fourth in a series. They're called the Chance series. This fourth one is Winter Chance. And I advise adults, children, we'd like to see a lot of the younger kids reading this book, but adults don't pass it by just because it's for youth.
Okay, well, that sounds interesting. Winter Chance, you know, and I'm looking on the wall over here on your board, and I see this snow trail going through the woods. Reminds me of when I used to go out to Smoky Hills when we had property out there yet this time of year and take the kids out in the sleigh, and when they were crying and screaming because I wanted to go out and get a Christmas tree and make them walk in the snow.
Yep, and that's December 9th, 4 p.m., right here at the Link. Kids come in and talk to him, and adults come in and just talk to him as an author. You know, perhaps we have some people who would like to be published authors, and maybe he would have some advice for you. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a real nice time.
Is he going to be signing have any book signings in the area?
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if he's going to bring some books. I would like him to bring some books, but because have one here for people to read. But
well, and the other thing is, I'd like you to give the hours again for the Link, because it's very important that we have you get here to the Link this winter.
Okay, we do this fast. Monday, 10:30 to 12:30. Tuesday, 5 to 7. Thursday, 1 to 4. Friday, 3 to 6.
Well, we appreciate you being on the show, Bonnie, yes?
Can I do a little P.S.?
Quick.
We need help. We need someone to volunteer to shovel us out in the wintertime. When they plow, it gets up to well over your knees. And
well over your knees?
Well over my knees.
I have coats like that come well over my knees.
Yes, there you go. Well over your belly.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being on the show, Bonnie.
All right, thank you. I enjoyed being here.
And with that, we'll catch you right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke, and I'm here today with Fred Daggett. Hi, Fred.
Hello, Hank. Thanks for having me today.
Fred's our former mayor here, in charge of Daggett Truck Line and all operations for people skidding down the road on 18 wheels today.
Right. Well, weather like today, it makes it a little interesting out there.
And I understand we've got just a spectacular opportunity on the 9th of December at the Event Center coming up here.
Well, we do, Hank. I'm really calling it probably a once-in-a-lifetime event for Frazee. The last 4 years, as you know, we've held a Seasons Holiday Gala event, and it's been a nice wine and hors d'oeuvres in conjunction with the Festival of Trees. It's been a great success, a great kickoff to Christmas season. Well, this year there's not a Festival of Trees, and yet we wanted to really have this wine gala event, and Miss Minnesota, Kathryn Knuttila, who is our musical director at Sacred Heart, offered to do a short concert for us that night. So we've combined the Holiday Wine Gala featuring Miss Kathryn Knuttila, and it's going to be a fantastic evening. It's December 9th, Thursday, a night starting about 6:30. We've got a social hour of wine and hors d'oeuvres, and I tell you, these hors d'oeuvres that get put together for this event are truly spectacular. It's just out of this world, and I can't say what a great job those ladies do. And then at 7:30, we're all going to sit down and get a glass of wine and sit down, and Kathryn is going to put on about a 45-minute concert of her favorite music. We're going to hear her talent that won the 2010 talent competition at Miss Minnesota, which will be spectacular, and it's a good chance to wish Kathryn also good luck as she heads off to Miss America in January.
It could be phenomenal if we had somebody from our area make it and become Miss America.
It would be phenomenal, and it's just unique to have Miss Minnesota from this area, and I know many of us have met her. She's a wonderful ambassador for Minnesota, and especially for this area. She's a beautiful person inside and out, and we're just really fortunate that she has stepped up to do this for us. So it's going to be a great night. We're selling 250 tickets. So like I said, it starts off at 6:30 with social hour, wine and hors d'oeuvres, and then after the concert, it's not over yet. We've got specialty coffees and a very special dessert being served, and the fellowship and socializing can continue afterwards.
And so now the tickets are available at Backyard Station and the Yak Shack, and you have them, and who else?
United Community Bank in both Perm and Frazee, Fultz Trucking, and First Security in Detroit Lakes has tickets. So they're all over, and almost at our church too, Sacred Heart. Mm-hmm. And this is a benefit for Sacred Heart. That's where Kathryn wanted to go towards. They're going to go towards our building fund, which we're slowly working on. So tickets are only $25 a person, which is a great value. It's a great value. You'll get a ticket for a free glass of wine when you come in, and also the hors d'oeuvres are spectacular, and the talent and what we're going to hear that night is just going to be wonderful.
Well, and one of the great things about this also is, not only do I get fed, but you Catholics get to see some of us Lutherans there, too. You know how us Lutherans are.
Exactly. Well, it truly is a good community event. And, when any of our churches benefit, we all benefit as a community. And so we should all support each other, and we do. One other special thing that night, and we are bringing in a beautiful grand piano for that night. And it's going to be on a raised stage with some special lighting. So it's just really going to be a unique night for Frazee and for the event center.
It is.
And tickets are going fast. People are very excited about this. So if you're interested, please contact one of us or stop one of those stores and get your tickets. It's just going to be a spectacular night, and I can't emphasize enough how fortunate we are in Frazee to hold this event.
Well, I appreciate you being on the show and promoting this, Fred. It's a great deal. And like you said, we don't have the Festival of Trees, but this is the next best thing.
It's going to look very, we've got some nice Christmas decorations still going to be in there. I know there's a lot of weddings in there in December, so all those wedding Decembers get a pretty nice looking event center. So it's just going to be a great night, and I really encourage everyone to come down and support Frazee, support Sacred Heart, and most importantly, support Kathryn Knuttila.
And that's December 9th. Thanks for being on the show, Fred.
Thank you, Hank.
And with that, we'll be back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.
Is that Bonnie's?
Oh, no, that's right. This is the end of this one.
Right. Okay. Can you just say them?
And with that, we'll catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.